What's going on, world? You know who it is. It's your boy Mo, CEO and founder of The Great Pack. In today's video, we are going to discuss my workflow and how I use GarageBand on my iPad and my MacBook Pro. Recently, I switched microphones from the Rode NST to the Shure 7MB. The link to that video is somewhere on the screen where I made the video on how I switched microphones from that Rode to now this Shure microphone. We're going to start with the iPad version. But as always, before we get started, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends. You know how we do, baby. All right, now let's get into the iPad version. I used to use the iPad version with my previous microphone, my Rode mic. The Rode mic is a USB microphone. With this microphone, you can plug the mic directly into the iPad using a USB-C to USB-C cable. Whether you are using a mic with an iPad or a Mac, the mic plugs directly into the iPad or the computer. Once your microphone is plugged in, hit New Project or the plus button in the upper right-hand corner. Once that's done, then hit Audio Record. Once you're on the main screen, turn on Monitor in the lower left corner so you can monitor your audio coming into the software. Press the Studio button. From this point, I usually hit Vocal, then Narrator. To me, this gives you the best sound quality. I like how it sounds when you hit narrator versus how it automatically sets up. Turn off the little triangle at the top of the screen. If you leave the little triangle on, it will make this clicking noise while you are recording. Like goes, man, that shit drives me crazy, y'all. You don't even understand. I gotta cut it off. In the top right corner of the screen, there is a plus button. Press that plus button and it will open up a menu showing you 8 bars. Change it from 8 bars to automatic. Changing it from 8 bars to automatic, it changes everything, right? If you're not into music, you don't know what bars are. Bars are how the computer counts the beats. Every time the beat hits, boom, boom. That's what the bars are. And 8 bars is short. Like, I mean, short. So if you don't change it to automatic, once the software hit 8 bars, it's going to stop recording. And then you're going to have a 30-minute video. You're going to keep talking. And you get to the end, you're going to realize that your audio did not record. When I did my unboxing for my M5 MacBook Pro, I forgot to change the setting from 8 bars to automatic. I did a whole video of the unboxing, which that video is somewhere up here on the screen. Check it out when you get a chance. The audio was terrible. I had an overhead camera, and of course the mic is pointing down. I'm speaking forward, so it's not a boom mic that's designed to be off the screen and capture the audio. So it didn't have good audio. I tried my best to clean it up as much as I can. Listen, I thought it was a good video. I still put it out. It was an unboxing, so I only could open the box once. So I left it. I rocked out with it. You learn, you live, and you learn. After you do those steps, you are ready to record. It's just that simple and easy, y'all. Trust me, I've been doing it for a while, and I'm no audio engineer. It's basically plug and play. No extra gear or apps are needed. All you need is a USB-C to USB-C cable, and that's it. You're good to go. After you finish recording, press the folded paper-looking icon in the upper left-hand corner of the screen to save your work. You want to save that recording. Once you are on a screen with all your recordings, you can upload your audio to any editing app on your iPad, or you can simply share the audio from your iPad to your Mac as a song. I simply just airdrop the file from my iPad to my Mac. I've I've airdropped files that was 30 minutes long, and that file went from my iPad to my Mac in like seconds. It's super easy, super safe. On my iPad, I do use LumaFusion. Sometimes I haven't edited on it in a while, but I do go to it because that's where I get my music from, because they have a thing with story blocks, which again, none of these companies are paying me. These are the things that I use my hard-earned money to invest in and to invest in myself. But once you take the file out, you could drop it into LumaFusion with no problem. And I'm sure you can use it for DaVinci Resolve, Premiere, whatever editing apps, CapCut that you want on the iPad. And like I said, I move it to the MacBook because I like editing on my MacBook over editing on my iPad. Now let's discuss how I use GarageBand on my Mac. It's a little different from the iPad version, and you'll see in just a minute. Using the XLR microphone, like the one I'm currently using, this is the Shure SM7B. You would need an audio interface like the Vocaster 2 or the Rode Duo to make this microphone work with your iPad or even your computer. I am currently using the Vocaster 2. You plug your microphone into the audio interface using the XLR cables. Then you plug your audio interface, which is the Vocaster 2, into the computer using a USB-C to USB-C cable. I got a pro tip for you guys and girls out there. This setup can work with either the Mac or the iPad. Once your microphone is connected, you will go to the Vocaster hub and ensure that your levels are good and your microphone is not clipping. You don't want it clipping, you don't want it too loud. You want it in that sweet spot. In the hub, you want to press the enhance button and then press radio. Once you are done, you are good to go to GarageBand. In GarageBand, select New Project in the upper left corner of the screen. Then select Empty Project and select Choose in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Once you hit that button, you'll have a few options on your screen. You'll want to select mic or line audio. The rest of the selections on that screen are for instruments, I think. I don't really go through it, but I know they're there. I always go to the one thing I need. All right, on the left side of the screen, you want to select voice. Once you select voice, it's going to give you a drop-down menu. I like to use narration vocal. For me, this is the best setup, and I think it sounds the best. It gives you that late night vibes, like that old school late night quiet storm on the radio back in the day when the guy had like the real deep voice and he sounded like Barry White. You know what I mean? That's for my old heads out there. That's the kind of vibes this setup between the Vocaster Hub, GarageBand, and this microphone will give you. That Barry White deep voice, baby. Make sure to still watch your levels. Again, no clipping, y'all. We don't want it too loud. Just like the iPad, turn off that triangle. Now, on the top of the screen, there's a black box. In the right hand of that black box is an arrow. Hit the down arrow. I like to change that selection from beats in project to time. If you're working on music, then I suggest leaving it on beats in project or beats in times. Once you finish everything I just explained, you are now ready to record. Hit the record button and make your magic, baby. GarageBand is so simple, so easy. You know Apple, it just works. Let's discuss saving your recordings. This can be a little tricky sometimes on the Mac. Like I explained to you on the iPad, it's just a little button in the upper left-hand corner. You hit that, it's automatically saved. If you want to move it somewhere, it's a little simple to move it on the iPad. If you're moving it from the iPad to your computer, you would just export it as a song. But now on the Mac, that changes completely. Let me explain how it works on the Mac. Listen to this one carefully. I'm telling you, if you don't do it the way I explain it here, there's a chance you can possibly lose the work that you've done. And if you recorded a 30-minute video, it's hard to create that magic again. All right, so if you go to the top of the screen and select File, then Save or Save As, it will save as a file that can only be used in GarageBand and nowhere else. You can't save that file and now move it into Final Cut Pro, even though those are two Apple products that you think would just seamlessly talk to each other, but not if you save as. That version is going to save on GarageBand. You can always go in, you can edit it, you can update it, you can change how your voice sounds, you can do whatever you want. But you have to save it a different way to use it in other apps like Final Cut Pro, like Premiere, like CapCut, all those other editing softwares. To save a version of your recording that you can use in your editing software like I just laid out, select the Share button, then Export Song to Disk, and then select where you want to save the song at on your computer. Once it's saved on your computer, it's saved as a song file, then you can transfer it to wherever you want it to go. I use Final Cut Pro to edit my videos and my audio. And Final Cut Pro, I just drag and drop my video and audio right into the software itself. From there, I select and highlight all the audio and video clips that I'm looking to edit. I'm telling you, this is simple. Once I select it and highlighted all the videos and audios, I go to the top of the screen and I select Clip. And after I select Clip, then I select Synchronize Clips. This will give you a drop-down menu, not a drop-down menu, a menu will open up on the screen. I select Audio for synchronization and disable audio components on AV clips. I do not select hide original clips. This will seamlessly sync all the audio and video clips you selected at the beginning so you can have the best audio for your videos. I'm telling you, before I learned this trick, I used to sit here, listen to the audio from the video plus the audio I recorded separately and try to sync it together. And if you've tried that, to try to get the voice to match, that's a very tricky thing to do. It's hard to do. And at some point, the audio and video does not line up. One is faster than the other, and you got to cut it, put it back together. It's a lot of work. Thank God Apple has this trick, and I'm sure other editing software has the same thing as well. I don't know where it's at, but it'll sync it for you. It saves you a ton of time and a ton of work. I just wanted to give you a quick lesson on how I use GarageBand, how I use my audio and visual and Final Cut Pro. These apps are very powerful. They do a lot. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's so much more that you can do in these applications. And I don't think I even know all the tricks and tips that these applications can do. Every day I go in, I'm looking to learn something new. I'm watching other content creators and seeing how they're using it and seeing what tools and tricks I can take from their bag and add it to my bag. And that's the goal. And the goal is to get better every day, which I plan on doing. If this video has provided you with value, you took something away from this, you learned something that you didn't know, man, please, please, please do your boy a huge favor, man. Like this video, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend that your boy Mo, CEO and founder of the Great Pack, is still putting out this content. He keeps showing up and he keep doing his thing. I truly appreciate it. It helps me out. It helps the channel. And it helps me to get to more and more people. That's the goal, to try to help as many people as I can, man. And I just enjoy helping people. I enjoy sharing what I've learned over the years and just passing it along. You know, there's no shortage of success. There's no shortage of knowledge. There's no shortage of doing great things. And I love seeing what other content creators are doing because it inspires me. It's just a wonderful thing, man. It's a wonderful thing. I took up enough of your time already. I truly appreciate it again. Thank you for watching. You know how we do, man. Old school salute, baby. And we out of here, man. I'm really enjoying this mic. Leave a comment, man, on which applications you're using. Are you using GarageBand? Is there something different that I miss? Are you using it different in Final Cut Pro? Share your knowledge, baby. I appreciate you. And I'm gone, man.